part of question is very interesting because he's looking at the graph of normal distribution in statistic. So let's see. The diagram below shows a normal curve with a mean of 360. Yeah, so that's our graph. On the same diagram, draw a new curve that will have the same standard deviation as the given curve, but with a mean of 350. Use the same axis and scale. So that's where we are having a mean, and that is 1 standard deviation, 2, and 3. Now, if the mean is now 350, but standard deviation remain the same, therefore I go 3 standard deviation both direction. That's the way it works. So now my mean more or less, has to be aligned with that. So that's how I'm going to go. So basically what happens with the graph, oh, mine is not as lovely. What happened with the graph is that it shifts. Oops, that went too long. That's how far it will go. So it just shifts along because the standard deviation did not change. The only thing that changed is the mean. So basically we take this graph and move to a new mean because mean has to be in the middle of our graph. Okay, now the second part is saying the diagram below shows the same normal curve as above with a mean of 360. On the diagram below, draw a new curve that will also have a mean of 360. So still our graph, this is going to be the middle of it, but will have a smaller standard deviation than the given curve. So let's say if my standard deviation now is half of it. So instead of being the full length is half. So we go 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. Now, what will happen here is that all this data is going to be squeezed in. So it's going to go a lot of that in that very middle because now our standard deviation is so much smaller and still 68% of all data have to fit in within the first standard deviation in both directions. So the graph will get squeezed in, but still the middle being 360. So very interesting because that's the only question that actually has to deal with this graph of normal distribution.